Japanese cheesecake. Japanese cheesecakes are famous for their airy, melt-in-your-mouth feel. The best qualities of a rich and creamy cheesecake and an airy souffle combined in this light and fluffy Japanese-style cheesecake. Ingredients: 4 large eggs, 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter plus additional for frying pan greasing, 1 8-ounce block full-fat cream cheese, a 1/4 cup heavy cream, a 1/4 cup sour cream, divided into a 1/2 cup and a 1/3 cup granulated sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt, lemon juice, 1½ tablespoons from roughly half a lemon, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, a 1/2 cup 60g cake flour, powdered sugar, for dusting, optional, berries, for garnish, optional. Special equipment: 1 8x 3-inch round cake pan, roasting pan, stand mixer. Steps: 1. Preheat the oven and prepare the pan. The oven should be preheated to 325 Fahrenheit, with a rack in the middle. Butter the bottom and sides of an 8x 3-inch round cake pan. Cut 2 16½ x 2-inch strips and 2 16½ x 4-inch strips from a sheet of parchment paper. Grease the 2 2-inch strips and cross them in the center of the pan, greased sides down, to form a X in the pan's bottom. Press them into the borders and up the sides to form a sling that will aid in removing the cake from the pan once it has been baked. Line the pan's bottom with an 8-inch round piece of parchment. Each 4-inch strip of parchment should be greased on one side before being wrapped around the pan's interior walls with the greased side touching the sides. They will overlap and form a collar that is higher than the cake pan's rim. Set aside while preparing the cheesecake. 2. Separate the eggs. Bring water in a kettle or pot to a rolling boil. Later, the water bath will use this. Divide the eggs. The egg whites should be combined in a stand mixer's bowl. The yolks must be combined in a small basin. 3. Combine the dairy and sugar. Bring a large saucepan with 1 inch of water in the bottom to a simmer over medium heat. Add the butter, cream cheese, heavy cream, sour cream, 1 2-cup sugar, and salt to a big, heat-safe bowl that fits snugly on top of the pot. Over a pot of hot water, place the bowl. Whisk the mixture until the cream cheese is melted and smooth. Take the pan off the heat. 4. Finish the cream cheese base. Whisk in the lemon juice and vanilla essence, then one at a time, the egg yolks. Pour the cake flour over the batter and stir to combine. Avoid overmixing. 5. Make the meringue. In the bowl of a stand mixer with the whisk attachment attached. Beat the egg whites on medium speed until they are opaque and foamy. While mixing, gradually add a 1/3 cup sugar, a tablespoon at a time, and continue to beat on medium speed until firm peaks form. When you remove the whisk, the peak will remain upright, but the tip will collapse in on itself. Don't overbeat the meringue, or it will become crumbly. 6. Fold in the egg whites. Gently fold a 1/3 of the meringue into the cream cheese mixture with a whisk until no streaks remain. Avoid knocking the air out of the egg whites by being gentle. Rep. Adding a 1/3 of the meringue at a time. The batter should be poured into the prepared cake pan halfway. 7. Bake the cheesecake. Place the cake pan inside a roasting pan large enough to hold the 8-inch pan. Place both pans on the middle shelf of a preheated oven. Pour a few inches of boiling water into the roasting pan, being careful not to get water on the cheesecake, until the water reaches halfway up the side of the cake pan. Bake the cheesecake for 1 hour or until the top is golden brown and firm. Turn off the oven and set aside the cheesecake for 15 minutes. Allow the cheesecake to sit inside the oven for an additional 15 minutes. After cracking the dough slightly, you can use the handle of a wooden spoon if necessary. 8. Cool and serve the cheesecake. Remove the cheesecake and water bath from the oven. Remove the cheesecake from the water bath and set it aside for an hour to cool entirely to room temperature. Gently pull the cheesecake out of the pan using the parchment paper strips. Peel the parchment away from the sides. The cheesecake can be served either warm or cold. Before serving, scatter powdered sugar over the cake if desired. Clean slices are best made with a serrated knife. Refrigerate the cheesecake for up to a week, or freeze it for up to a month. If you choose to freeze the cheesecake, let it defrost overnight in the refrigerator before serving.
Thanks watching.